And we got about 3 minutes left for our last break, and then we'll have about a minute left after that. So why don't we make it count here? Why don't we make it count? Let's see. Some notes that I had made this week that I hadn't got to. What about this mayor in New York City? This Democrat that won the primary, this Muslim dude that wants to freeze rent. He wants to open up city-owned grocery stores. He says they'll be able to sell groceries for cheaper because they're not paying rent and property taxes. Well, where does he plan on opening these things? What property does he plan on putting these things in? And if you're a business owner, if you own a bodega, if you own a grocery store in New York City, how do you feel about the city becoming your competition and selling groceries for cheaper because they don't have rent or have to pay property taxes? See, these are the foolish things these folks do to you low-income idiots, you low-information, smooth-brained unfortunates out there that vote for this nonsense. White liberal women, I'm looking at you. Ugly white liberal women, I'm looking at you. Minorities that believe all this nonsense every time somebody spews it to you, I'm looking at you. Especially white liberal women, I'm looking at you. While your husband's hard at work, you sitting at home thumping on the keyboard, trying to feel validated, trying to feel like you have a purpose in life. You're a housewife. In theory, you're supposed to be a mother. That should be your purpose. Quit worrying about other people. But if you're a business owner, how do you feel about that? And y'all know somewhere Chokwe Antar Lumumba is plotting his political comeback, thinking, why didn't I think of that? Damn. Free groceries. We could have put more businesses out of business if we had said we were going in that business. Dr. Ahmari, why didn't you tell me to do this? Sister Rakia, what am I paying you for? We should have did this. We could have ran the last Kroger's right out of Jackson. See what I did there? I put the S on it like they do. Kroger's. I mean, you know somewhere Chokwe, when I get out of jail. When I get out of jail, this is it. This is my plan. Free grocery stores. City-owned grocery stores. No kangs. No kangs. There's a report out that Chokwe might be flipping on Jody. Now, I don't know how valid it is, but I've seen it floating around on the internet, and that Aaron Banks is definitely flipping on all of them. So is Angelique Lee, but I could have told you that. Angelique and Aaron definitely flipping on the rest of them. Let me steal Sean's thunder a little bit here. You know, they said over there, and they said all that about Aaron, treated him like he had to go sit at the kid table. Y'all don't think Aaron gonna get his? You gonna disrespect that man like that? Telling him he can't sit at the adult table? Aaron, go get at the kids table. You didn't think he was gonna come back, get his revenge? I'd be disappointed if he wasn't. I'm telling y'all, I ain't got no problem being a snitch. We commit a crime together, and it's even a smidgen of a thought that we might be getting in trouble. You better beat me to the courthouse. You better beat me to the courthouse. You better hope you can run faster than me. I'm running to get that deal. Well, y'all didn't think Angelique Lee was going to be snitching? Miss Civil Rights Leader. Y'all thought single mom was going to prison? Skirt! Wrong. Where do I snitch at? And I ain't even mad at her. I think that It shows how stupid they are to involve those two and treat them like that, and didn't think it was going to come back to bite them in the butt. This is the Clay Edwards Show. We'll be right back to land the plane for the day. Online, don't go nowhere. All right, guys. We have been on a good run of shows here lately. For all intents and purposes, we should get to 1 million downloads on the podcast today. Fingers crossed. I'd rather do it today than overnight in the morning. But by the end of the weekend, we'll definitely be at 1 million downloads. So thank y'all. If you've ever listened to it on the audio only on Apple, Spotify, Podbean, any of those platforms, Amazon, Prime, Music, Audible, whatever. We've well surpassed 1 million on videos already, but you know, those numbers can be a little deceiving because they're up in the timeline. People kind of stumble across them on social media. I'm really proud of that number on the audio-only podcast because those are those numbers are people who seeked out the show and hit play intentionally. Didn't accidentally watch 3 seconds and it count as a view. So I'm really, really proud of that. Million play Clay. All right, man. Thank y'all. Get out, support our great sponsors. I'll probably be out and about some this weekend myself. And I want to clear something up. When I said about people talking to me out in public, please come and say hey to me. I wasn't suggesting don't come up and say hey to me. I love meeting folks. I'm just saying don't chew my ear off bitching about politics or because, you know, I said something you disagree with. You know, let's have some boundaries is all I'm getting at. But no, please come say hey to me. If you want a picture, you want to talk, whatever. I mean, you know, but just be normal. Just be normal. Is that too much to ask? I love y'all. I couldn't do none of this without you. It's the price I pay to play the game, and I play it well. But every now and then, woosah, woosah. Be tuned in Monday morning, dropping all new shirts, caps, and more. 28 new hat designs. I counted them up during the break. 28 new caps dropping Monday that you'll be able to order. That's wild. 28 designs. Your boy, we moving on up to the big time. BuyFAFO.com. Stay tuned. Peace.